Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, March 16th. Skipped yesterday. Worked all day. Gamed with my buddies. And then last night I ended up feeling cruddy, a bit sick to my stomach. Ended up calling in work today. And I did. My boss said something like, apparently I'm not the only one. People having issues stemming from allergies, and well, that's usually the case with me anyways. So I've started moving things over from the basic allergy medicines I take over the winter to adding the nasal spray and the more powerful allergy medicine for the morning. And I'm feeling better now. Still had to sleep most of the day away once I got that sorted out because I didn't sleep enough last night. But still, it's a Tuesday, so it's movie day. And I'm like, that's simple enough. I can lay down and enjoy that. And so, looking at all the movies behind me, I'm like, what do I want? And you know what? I've been teasing about one for a while. So it was a pretty simple decision. 007. Dr. No. Let's start the James Bond series. I enjoy many of the films. I own many of them, but not all of them. And I figure goal to be maybe going through them in order. And that way I can see when I need to pick up the next one. But yeah, start from the beginning. With Dr. No. And I'll talk to you about that after I watch it, If you haven't figured out how these movie day reviewing things work. I watch the movie and then I talk about it. And I would give Dr. No 7.1 out of 10. It's a good spy movie. But it doesn't quite feel yet like a James Bond movie in the first one. It's setting up some of the elements, but it's not quite there. Still, a good spy movie. From the back, his name is Bond. James Bond, and here, in his explosive film debut, Ian Fleming's immortal action hero blazes through one of his most spectacular adventures. Sean Connery embodies the suave yet lethal cool of Agent 007 as he battles the mysterious Dr. No, a scientific genius bent on destroying the U.S. space program. And I mean, that's simple enough. Plot is agent in Jamaica goes missing while investigating this, things going on in the area as he starts leading towards the path of Dr. No and his island laboratory. So James Bond comes in, figures out where what path this former agent was on, picks it up, traces it to Dr. No, saves the day. Beautiful environments, awesome sets, Pinewood Studios for the sets, on location in Jamaica. It's a lovely film. It has decent action. Some of the fight scenes definitely seem stunted and, they're pulling their punches and you can kind of tell. But I mean, it's 1962. And that's quite good for then. It does lay the groundwork for both Spectre and M6. Which are things that carry on into the future of the franchise heavily. But it's just getting your toes wet as far as the James Bond films. Sean Connery is, of course, as everyone I'm sure will agree, a wonderful James Bond. I like the suave yet lethal cool. And as far as like details of showing him doing spy stuff, they treat it quite well. From just him being able to find out when people are messing about in his hotel room to quick glances as he's at times so carefully watching everyone around him, or at other times when it seems almost like obvious that he should pay more attention when he knows that the person who he's up against has already emptied their gun. And so he doesn't mind if that person gets their gun back and tries to shoot him, because he knows there's no more bullets in it. So he almost plays it cool in not paying attention so that he can discern their motives. The character is great. It's definitely a spy film. Just some of the... It's missing Q, okay? It's not James Bond until Q shows up. I think that's it. Like, our gadgets in this are... He's given his gun. Which, I mean, I guess, per the novels, I think having that specific gun is important. And therefore... That was a character detail setup. They go over the purpose of, here you're upgrading guns. He's also shipped a Geiger counter, which they don't really go into in much detail other than saying, hey, this detects radiation. And, I mean, it's a clear plot point, but not nifty gadget. A little more grounded, I suppose, which is why it feels a little more general spy movie instead of James Bond movie with the fancy gadgets. Our villain does have metal hands, so, you know, there's that. It's a foundation. It just doesn't feel like they've quite gotten to what is the James Bond film yet. But they will in the next one. They will in the next one. Yeah, so started the 007 films. I have the first few, then at a certain point I'll have to buy more to keep doing them in order. But is that anything but an incentive? Otherwise, I'm a kind of call it here, maybe try and clean up the kitchen a bit before calling it an evening. I will... One of the things I thought about as far as why I may have had allergy trouble is I've been rationing my evening allergy medicine. Because I have 2 left. I was hoping to make it to the weekend. When I might get a chance to go get more. But I didn't take one last night, and I think that might have been a big part of the reason that I ended up with excessively bad allergy problems over the night. So I guess I'm going to take one, and then hopefully, I don't think tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'll manage to go out and get some. Hopefully. But for us, I'm going to call it an evening. Thank you for joining me. joining me as my journey continues. Feel free to talk about Dr. No and if you want to say what your favorite James Bond film would be. As I hope to make it through all of them eventually. Thank you for joining me as my journey continues.